The more you're able to let go, the farther you're going to proceed. It is essential. The more your willingness and your ability to let go, the more changes are going to come. It's just like this. For new things to come, old things must go.
What lies beneath your feet? Sacred grounds, watered with tears of blood. Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Shall we begin? This is where we fight! Persians! Give them nothing, but take from them everything!
What is going on, everybody? I'll put the camera on in a minute. Appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Those of you that are here early as shit. I couldn't sleep. I had insomnia. Truth told, I was exhausted when I got home last night and I slept. But then in the middle of the night, that's that time for me. I don't know how it is for you in your healing journey. I don't know how it is for you. It seems there's a lot of similarities between those of us that go through narcissistic abuse and recovery and what we deal with. For me, it's insomnia. God, insomnia. Can't get my mind off the topic. Okay, let me put this out. I got my coffee. I'll go check the chat. And oh, what's up, man? Whoa. Hi. What is up, Ryan? What's up, Ryan? How you doing? I said it's a bit early for Yankees, Dixies, and Callies, even in the UK this morning. Yeah, well, I decided to stream, Ryan. I decided to stream because I was just laying down, couldn't sleep, unable to sleep. Fuck it, might as well make some coffee. All right, those of you in the fandom ministry, give me shit because it's got it's a sequel trilogy cup. My son got me this cup, so I'm going to use it. Oh man, so I need watch hours. I need watch hours. My channel's birthday happened not just recently, and I didn't realize it. I was doing live streams and tarot streams that are no longer up. They will be available for channel members if you're interested. When I get the channel monetized, there is a slew of content that I have for channel members, and I'm going to just release it all for you guys. It's tarot streams, a couple streams with NarcX, one video, one live stream where I put my ass out there and proclaimed my ever-living love for someone who didn't give a shit about me. Also, a lot of early times just coming out of it. The last time that I was discarded, and it was you know how we are when you first go through it. You're very angry, and all of that. So that's going to be for channel members. I'm probably going to tier it. I won't make it too expensive, but I'll definitely want to tier it because some of that, I'll be calling people out. There's narcissists in the, maybe not narcissists. My friend Mr. Tickle Trunk. My friend Mr. Tickle Trunk said something to me the other day, and it was repeated in a video that I'm going to show you guys tonight. I'm going to show you guys some content that are content creators that have helped me to get through in the last 6-8 months. Because I think they need some shine. But the content creator that I was watching earlier, same exact thing. Not everybody's a narcissist. When you go through what we go through, it's like you begin to dissect and you really research and you do the research on narcissistic behavior and then cluster B personalities. Then you just like, for me, I just want to know more and more and more and more and more. And you become so isolated and secluded that like the trauma that you go through, it is difficult for you to make friends. It's difficult for you to reach out to people, to make connections. You don't want to. You want to isolate. I have more often than not gotten advice or from videos or coaches that for the very stages that I'm going through right now. And right now I'm in that isolation period. I've isolated from even people that are probably still my friends and good people, and it's not because of them, it's because of me. It's because I need to protect myself. What's going on? Let's see. Ryan says, I'm drawing currently. Guys, please subscribe to Ryan Roger Athy. Ryan, let me give you a wrench, buddy. I'd like you can share your channel in the chat. He says, I'm outside doing things, head home in the afternoon and make videos and wait to relax. Dude, keep grinding, Ryan. Keep grinding, brother. Very important. I hope the tips that I gave you helped. Add as moderator. All right. You are now a moderator. Yeah, keep grinding, my brother. Ryan says, I'm here to learn and understand the evil demons. Whew. Well, today, today I want to talk about healing journeys, and I want to share a couple of videos about people that go through healing, because there were things that I didn't understand or I wholeheartedly rejected early in because of my anger over, everything that happened. And, like the quick fire, rapid, very angry videos that I did early on, like I'm not doing those anymore. I've tried to put like kind of coax myself to doing it. You get this, just God damn it, get this. And I have been unable to, because I'm coming to this point of peace, but I'm still going through the back and forth. For instance, I still have insomnia. So, all right, Ryan, since you seem to be the steady person here, I will talk to you. As I said, guys, my channel started early on, so I need hours. My channel's birthday hit. There was a long time I wasn't making content, but now the hours that were accrued last year are coming off, so I'm going to be doing some live streams because I want to get the channel monetized so that it gets caught in the algorithm and it gets pushed more, obviously. And I would appreciate if you could watch the entire stream, leave it on, whatever. Pass it on to somebody if you find any value in it. Clip it. If you find any value in it, I greatly appreciate you. What is up? Tim Hayes is in the chat. Hail, brother. Good to see you. So, Lodanis Dragonstorm Narcissus Slayer is too long. I'm going to try and create another channel name for this one, because I'm going to be doing tarot. I am going back to doing tarot. I have avoided that for too long because it's been a trigger. Matter of fact, that's kind of what this stream is in part about. I promise you guys that I'll give you updates as I went through my healing journey and where I, what was going on with me. So right now, I went through a period not too long ago where I forgave, I let go, and I thought that I had gotten over the memories. Well, the issues. I still have, I was still getting memories, but I thought I'd gotten over those issues. And it turns out that the mind is very fickle. And I learned this years ago through my meditative practices and training as a mystic, that when you are in a prolonged period of anxiety or aggression, trauma, you train your body. If you escape from depression through eating, for instance, right, you turn to gluttony. Your body gets used to that. Not just your stomach, right? Not just your habits, not just, and even the patterns you create in your brain, but when your cells divide, they create more receptors for the neuropeptide that says, "Hey, I want to eat." Your body, your neurochemical peptides are your nature's first addiction. It's your first addiction before anything else. If you feed yourself depression all the time, when your cells divide, they're going to want more depression. Or, if you're an angry person all the time, then your body's used to it. You've trained your entire system to be used to being depressed or being upset or being angry or whatever it is. And so the longer you keep yourself in that habit, the more you train your body to run in those rhythms. So your body literally fights you. I went through 5 years. About 5 years of isolation before I became a YouTuber. Now I'm going back into isolation. I'm still on YouTube. But I went through about 5 years of isolation to deal with my own issues, some of my issues. And one of them was turning to aggression and anger. Still a bit of an issue for me. Turning to aggression to protect myself, right? Fight or flight. I fight. And I had to calm that down. I had to retrain myself. And while I was learning not to emotionally react in a angry way. When I was learning to control my temper and not let certain things set me off and control my PTSDs. I come from, went through, a physical abuse in my house. So, I hear loud bangs. I hear somebody out of nowhere, something just spooks me. If something like comes, that will trigger me into, I'm ready to fight. All right, what do I got? Oh, I got to protect myself. So I had to retrain myself. And when I did that, my body would attack me in my sleep. While I was resting, it would give me what I used to call rage mares. They were literally dreams about fighting, about hostility, about fear and having to fight. So that, and I would wake up. I would wake up ready to go. It was the strangest thing. It lasted for about 2 years, and then it eventually just faded out. And that's because I had trained myself to be combative in any type of situation dealing with anxiety and remote. And so that was a lifelong thing that I had to overcome. I mean, to this day, I still snap. I still be snapping. I just snapped out on a narc the other night. and then I privated the video. It'll be available for members. It's just, we all got damage. We all have traits that we have to overcome. But so there are triggers that will happen when you've gone through a situation of prolonged abuse that you won't see coming. You won't see him. I did because I didn't see him coming. I started the 2 years that I was with NarcX. I was making the most money I'd ever made in my life, and it all basically went to her. Trying to prove myself over and over, trying to prove yourself, trying to find a solution to an unsolvable problem. And so I didn't realize it. Now, I'd worked for this company, was the contract, one of the companies I contract for. I'd worked for this company for 5 years prior, but because of the intensity of everything that was going on, I used to bring her with me sometimes. It was a part of our, the store, the company itself was a part of the culture of where we grew up. And so it was just a part of us, and I didn't realize that also other things, because of the intensity of my feelings and how invested I was, trigger me, that had like nothing to do. Really, there's no real reference with her. It's the feeling of sadness, feeling of being let down, the feeling of love, the feeling of like for the same reason I shy away at love scenes. I shy away at love scenes in movies now. Like I just don't want to see it. I can't deal with that right now. Going back and working with this company, thank you to chat guys. I'll get to you in a moment. Appreciate you. Thank you so much for being here. Please smash the like, share out the link. So I didn't realize it, but going back and working, because I'm going to be doing it for the rest of this year. I'm back in the swing. Thank the gods I'm back in the swing of things. God will shut doors for you, and you need to learn. I'll talk about that some other time. But now that I'm back in the swing of things, making money, working, just working my ass off, I didn't realize that those triggers would exist. Right. So the store has a sound. They have a certain station that they play, and so songs that are played on the station are songs that were from then. Today, right? So today I'm literally standing at one of the stations I'm working at, our building, and I had to stop myself. My mind was, my body was saying, hey, be depressed. And my mind was trying to let that happen, bringing up memories. And I was like, no, I'm not thinking about that right now. I'm not going down that road. All right. And then the universe, source, the Lord and Lady, God, whatever you call it, decided to play a song that I had sung to her decades ago when we were hanging out one time. And it was like the only song that ever meant anything, I guess, for her from me. And so I'm like, mother, this is what they do. This is what the universe does. It challenges you. It says, okay, you've gotten through this stage. Now we're going to move on to the next. So I'm dealing with those triggers. And it seems like everything's moving in a direction of progression, which, when you are doing what you're supposed to be doing in life, the gods will open up doors for you. The universe will just open those doors for you and allow you to move forward. So like I am moving out of this apartment. I moved my symbolically I moved my workstation, my computer, my desk from the room into here. The last time NarcX was here, when I'm sitting there, I look over at the bed. There's last time, you know what I mean? These are the walls I was staring at. These are the walls I was crying. These are the walls that I was, contemplating. But last time she was here, I had her daughter on my lap, and I was playing all of the different clips and intros and stuff that I had made for her over the years for her channel. Look at mommy, look how pretty mommy is, just trying to be positive. Meanwhile, she was on the bed, texting one of her other supplies, because she had threatened that one with her moving down here, because she was under the guise of actually moving here and living here with me. I mean, clothes up in a closet and everything. And then using that to create anxiety and devalue the other one so that he would give her money so that she could go back up and be with that supply, the primary supply. And he was the primary supply. There's no fooling that right now. There's no fooling myself at all. I was a secondary supply. I was not a primary supply, which is a hard pill to swallow too when you're healing. And you have to understand narcissists, depending on the type of narcissist, have different supplies. Covert narcissists, female narcissists, they have several supplies. They're sleeping with several people. They're devaluing, love bombing, distorting, conning multiple people at once. And there's always there's different types. There's a video that I saw that broke it down really good. I might play it. The video that I saw that broke it down really, really well. The different types of supplies that a female covert will keep. And, one's the kink, one's the money supply, one's the tertiary escape, the flying monkey that doesn't know yet. Oh, by the way, there was another video that I saw. It was really good. It was about flying monkeys going after the narcissist. Like the narcissist isn't even safe from the flying monkeys, which is so true. Because I've seen narcs flying monkeys come after her, and just ignorant of it. Just crazy. But when you live in toxicity, you don't care, right? You just excuse it. You expect it. You live in negativity. So let me go through here real quick and say hi to you guys before we go forward. Ryan says that you can find me there. Guys, please follow Ryan. He is a great YouTuber, wonderful mind. He interviews all different sorts of people. He has this, he has that ability to be the observer, which is a valued thing, very valued. Tim Hayes says, I'm surprised to see a live streaming this late author Stephen Walton. Well, I had insomnia, Tim, which is, I hadn't had it for a little bit. I'd actually been doing well, but I had insomnia. That's just a part of how I guess I deal with healing. I guess it's one of the effects of what I'm going through, which is what it is. I say tarot in the same way I say caro. Go tarot. Yeah, that makes me nuts. I don't know why that makes me nuts. NarcX would do that. Tarot. Oh my God, it's tarot. Just say tarot. Tim says, he says, I'm still but doing some YouTube viewing before I do something else on PC. Awesome, man. Thank you. I appreciate you you being here, dude. Tim, thank you so much for all the support that you've shown me and words of encouragement. They've meant a lot, dude. Same thing with Ryan. Ryan, one of my new friends. I'm actually putting myself out there to try and make a new friend, which is a difficult thing for me right now. But Ryan's great people. What's up, Sherry? What's going on, girl? Thank you, sister, for being here. Greatly appreciate you. What's going on? I know it's really early. And thank you so much. Oh, shit. Fucking dread. You better get some flying monkey emojis up in here when you get monetized. I am. So, Red, I want to I still want to continue on with the idea that I had with my now ex-girlfriend, the ex, just the recent ex. And good luck to her and her life and her journey. Had a fun time for a couple weeks. That was nice. Yeah. You know what I want to do, dude? I want to make t-shirts. I want to make a t-shirt store that has like just ridiculous. I want to laugh, not ridiculous, but just like I want to make people laugh because that has helped me to get through a lot of what I've been through. I'm definitely doing the twin train wreck shirt. We're doing a twin train wreck shirt. I found my twin train wreck, like two just crashed into each other and just toxic crap spewing everywhere. Like I survived a covert narcissist. I think that like some stuff like that. I also want to work in the Suffer No Fools. I mean, I don't know. I'm gonna figure it out. I hope you're doing well. If you guys don't know, Dread Gaze does not have a wrench. Jesus. Okay. I'm sorry, Dread. Hold on. Red Gaze. Red, you're a managing moderator. Please share a link, Dread, to your projects and Nerium's projects for me. This is a comic book artist in the community. This is actually one of his comics right here. Sunsworn, Wings of Vengeance. Got a great power couple team that works on also all works on 2 different comics, and please help to support them. Dread's been my friend. Dread Gaze. Dread's been my friend forever since I first started. Please support your independent creators out there, independent comic creators. So yeah, different triggers. So now I'm back to the insomnia stage, right? I'm going back to the missing thing stage. But it's a lot easier now than it was before. But before it would send me into a spiral of depression, and like I would be staring at the walls in this apartment, right? Changes need to be made. I need changes. I came down here to start a new life, and I ended up starting a new depression. So I moved I moved everything out of the bedroom, out of here, back to where I was. This is like the second location that I was streaming from when I was recovering. Or no, I was still going with recovering. I was still going through back and forth, and the hoovering and the ghosting and the love bombing and the value and all that, and all the trash talking and all the fucking goddamn years. Y'all, I went through like I steady have managed to, I don't know how, directed harassment, hate streams, smear streams, people coming after people that I hang out with or I live stream with, people just smearing me. It's not even just one channel, it's a whole group of channels. It's the mental rigors of that. I had heard before about that type of harassment on other YouTubers over my author Stephen Walton sphere. And I thought it was disgusting, but I didn't realize like the lengths that toxic people will go to try and make you feel like shit, to try and just destroy you if they don't like you. If you stood up to the bully, you know what I mean? Bring back dueling. Bring back dueling. We need to bring back dueling. We need to end some of this. It needs to be an accountability. There needs to be a slap of the glove. That's like, okay, bitch, if this is how you want to roll, let's end this now. I'm totally joking. I don't mean that at all. And please check out Dread Gaze's channel. I gotta get used to saying Dread. My bad. Please check him out. Absolutely. Check out the Bonds. Guys, please do me a favor. If you could, if any of you are watching this later, or if you're watching this now, could you please share out links on your social media for these campaigns? These are good people, good creators, good artists. They're great people, and they deserve support. All right, let's see. Let's find some stuff. Where's this girl? Hold on. All right, let's play this girl, because this one tells me like it is. I love her. I love her.
Let me just say this here to you real quick, baby. I don't want to tussle, but I put it out here, baby. situations that you created, and then flipping the story, trying to manipulate people into thinking that you are innocent or that you're the victim. Oh, no. We ain't finna do that, sweetheart. Understand that. That's right. You created a storm and you're angry now with everybody else because you forgot to get your poncho. You forgot to get your umbrella. Baby, that's all on you. Some of us, we out here with Food Line bags. Walmart plastic bags, baby. You gonna have to get shelter the same way that we did. When you create a storm, you gonna have to be prepared for when it rain on you. Hello, somebody. Yeah, you ain't no victim, and ain't nobody about to be out here feeling sorry for you neither.
I love that chick. I love some of these creators, some of these content creators are just badass. I got to keep resharing it because I got e-thoughts on here too. And I'm not showing those off.
Narcissists move on so quickly because they need to prove the problem in the relationship was you.
Here we go.
Here
we go. Okay, here we go. Oh, God, what did I do? God, that's not what I wanted to do. I am a YouTuber. I have been doing this for a while. I promise. Okay, so this woman, I've played her a couple times on the channel before. She is freaking amazing. Lisa Lou Girl Power. So I follow her on TikTok and I follow her on Instagram and been watching her videos for about 6 months. I want to be able to do videos with her spunk and just like a hint of aggression. I want to be able to control it. I want to be able to do that. I just don't want to like go crazy. Let me just throw a bunch of quippy insults. I want to be able to do more. So let's my internet. Oh, this Florida internet is terrible. If I'm skipping, I apologize. All right, so let's listen to this one.
Narcissists move on so quickly because they need to prove the problem in the relationship was you and not them, because they need to justify the horrible and evil way they discarded you. They want to prove the problem was you and not them because everybody wants them. Look, they're in a new relationship. Are you? No. They can't be alone. They have fragile egos and they need constant attention and validation. If they're left alone to their own devices, they're stuck with their own self-loathing. They need the attention and admiration of others. Narcissists will f*** who they can. You don't. You can f*** who you want. Remember that. If they got into a new relationship minutes after yours, it's because that person had been there all along. They were being groomed. They were there long before you were discarded. And that narcissist needs to validate the sick and evil way they discarded you.
Right. Oh, like nail on the head. So there's videos that have resonated with me, and there's others that have not. There are different types of narcissistic relationships that either I'm unaware of, never experienced, or either one of those. Yeah. That's why I want to keep doing interviews. I planned on doing interviews with other abuse survivors, but I had to take a pause on that because this healing journey is a little more difficult than I had thought. There's setbacks. Your mind, I think I said earlier, your body fights you when you're in prolonged depression or aggression or whatever it is. If you're trauma, whatever, your body fights you, and I guess you just have to keep working on your talking to somebody. First off, definitely talking to somebody. You got to get it out of your system, but retraining your mind, retraining your patterns, your behaviors, and change your spaces if you have to. That's why I'm moving. That's why I'm getting out of here. These walls are the same damn walls that I was staring at up north, going crazy when there's driving me crazy up there. It's the same thing here. I got to get rid of it. I got to need a new space. The thing with my job, I've got to work. I've got to work it out. I've got to get over it. I like that job. That job pays me really good money. So I'm going to have to figure that out. It's the subsequent triggers that one goes through that they don't even realize are there. Like the triggers in me that I didn't even realize were there. Like I said, hearing music, just hearing a soundtrack or a succession of songs brings me back to a time. And So I've got to learn how to find a way through that. A friend of mine said, eventually it's going to get to a point where you hear something like that, the thought comes up, oh, that reminded me of, but that doesn't mean nothing to me no more. So I'm hoping that I get to there. Let me go back into the chat and say hi. Oh, what's up, Katie? How you doing? Miriam's here with us. If you like Tiny Tree Wisdom of 3 feet, keep watching the stream. Absolutely, sweetheart. Did you see? Stop over author Stephen Walton and check out the last short that I did, if you could. If you could. I knew I was gonna. I understood. It's 2 different tiers of funny. I'm bitching about the heat here. It's so hot. It's so hot here in Miriam. It's so hot. And there's like never enough shade. So I was bitching about Florida planting trees. So you might like that one. Lucy J says, no, but really laws need to be made against. Yes, it needs to be recognized. Absolutely needs to be. It's a type of psychological abuse. It's harassment. It's stalking. It's, defamation. It's a lot of things. And there's not enough awareness. That's why, like, I've kind of gone, Lucy, in the direction that I want to take this. Is when I first started it was to basically to fight back, to fight for my name, to fight against the smearing, and to bring awareness to what was going on. You know what I mean? Like, from the outside looking in, all you see is this heartbroken dude who's like spazzing out or whatever, going through depression, and then you have the person that broke up with them just talking shit every week, and all their friends talking shit, and then like people jumping on board, and everybody's just talking shit. And then you might just see the victim of all this harassment just freaking the fuck out, which for a while there I was just fucking spazzing out. I was like, fuck these motherfuckers, going off. But that doesn't give the proper portrayal of exactly what is going on. People don't, like Lucy, people don't see the abuse that took place. The manipulation, right? You don't know, because the narcissist, they'll reach out to everybody. They'll talk to people. They'll reach out and go, hey, did you know so-and-so's like this? Like, they'll set you up for a fall. They will try to change the way people look at you. They're different people they have different faces for different people. And so that's like where the channel started, but I'm done. I'm kind of done with that. If you don't know who the players in the game are by now, I can't help you, and I don't care no more about that, but I want to be here for other people who are going through. I'm still going through this, so I need you guys, and to learn from you and support, and also to be supportive and have a community. I know that there's others out there, but I need to contribute. Being through what I went through and understanding the isolation aspect of it was the hardest part. Just people not understanding why you are engaging in reactive abuse, or why you are so as insane and wrapped up as in the situation where normal breakup, yeah, there might be some heated words, might be some venom, there might be some shit talk going on for however long, but these 2 people separate, and it's just they break up. And then when you go through something like this, there's the stalking, there's the hoovering, there's the manipulation, there's the smear campaigns, there's the trying to make sure everybody co-signs to the abuser's narrative, because the abuser has done so much behind the scenes and is doing so much all the time at you, that all anyone sees is the abused being the loudest person in the room. So I want to be there for those people because I understand it. But I also want to bring awareness. I think awareness is the most important part, because there is not enough awareness. It's too easily dismissible, and I understand why, especially after the epiphany that I had tonight because of another creator. I'm going to show his video later, that was talking about, not everybody's a narcissist, bro. Because having been through what I've been through and researched as much as I have, and I'm like fully invested, like an entire section of my mind has been nothing but invested in cluster B personality disorders, narcissism, things of that, toxic people, things of that nature. And I got to the point, like I don't want to. I'm becoming an isolationist because to protect myself, which is apparently a part of the natural part of the healing process. But I don't want to start seeing things that aren't there. I went through that before when I was first going through the love bomb stage with the narcissist. The narcissist was reaching out to other people and setting up, what they knew eventually I was going to become reactive, because eventually they would begin abusing me, and how, seeing how friends were turned, how lies were spread, how narratives were created, like you go to somebody, you go to a person, you go to like someone who's like outside, all they see to it outside, a friend, all they see is this happy relationship, these two people in love, no matter what they think, that's what they see. And then one of them comes to them and says, look, you don't understand what's going on behind closed doors. This person is really loud, and they're obtuse, and they're yelling at me, and they're calling me names for no reason, and the friend is going to say, oh my God, are you serious? That friend is talking to the abuser, who's trying to, the narcissistic abuser, who is manipulating that friend, manipulating that person. Because eventually, when that narcissist knows what they're going to do, they're going to cheat, they're going to lie, they're going to steal, they're going to do something, they're going to smear you, they're going to keep going and keep going and keep going, love, devalue, love, devalue, love, devalue, fight or flight. And to the point where that abused person is just going to snap the fuck out. And when I started snapping the fuck out, that's when all of the stories that have been created, all of the lies that have been told before I snapped came into play. Look, I told you so. But I think that for me personally, like the reason I'm kind of done with it is because I've been mostly quiet and controlled about this. And you can look back, the videos, live streams, all that shit's out there on multiple fucking channels. There are live streams out there, narcissists talking shit, flying monkeys talking shit, other narcs or other toxic, maybe not narcs, but toxic people. See, I just did it again. Toxic people out there smearing me. If you don't know, you don't. If you don't know, I can't help you. The evidence is there. I've been telling the truth the whole freaking time. So it is what it is. Also, I want to give. I also want to give. I want to give back, and I want to be there to help other people, which is kind of what I want to do with also Stephen Walton. Be like a community person who helped to build channels and support people. But I'm only messing with individuals over there from now on. Here, I want to be here for everybody. So I'm gonna put that focus and that love and that compassion and energy and want for progression in with us. Appreciate you, Lucy. Thank you for being here. Dregay says, I gotta say, those videos where people just nod and point to other people's videos, that's a strange trend, and I wish it would stop. Well, no, that works. I get it. Sorry, Dred. No. Yeah, I also got people coming through off Steve Walton going, shorts? Why is it always shorts? Like negative. No. I put a tweet out. I put a post out on Facebook. It said something like, I will yell, laugh, rage, clown. I will cry my way to success because I'm doing it on my own, right? Like I'm not, like Red, my history. I'm not working with a crew like that. That's not what I'm doing. I'm doing this on my own. And author Stephen Walton's going to be quite limited in the people that I have on. Really, I'm going to limit it down to my own lunch table. And my own lunch table at this point is what not friends notwithstanding, you always have a seat, brother. DJ, Mags, Tickle Trunk, Angelus, Zax, Ryan. And that's my table now. Well, Scotty can't come. Scotty ain't allowed at that table no more. Scott, not until I have more subs. Then maybe I'll give him a high chair. Let's see. Yes, Dread Gaze. Let wrath fall upon you. Let's start with coffee. I need to grab some more coffee. Let's see. Katie also says, Stephen, don't be worried with your height. No one will see the boner under the table. Get back on the camera. Hey, it ain't like that. Trust me. It ain't like I'm celibate now. I don't even want to touch it. I ain't going there. Not on this channel. I'm not doing it. Currently counting pennies, folks. Currently lurking. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. What's up? Dr. Evil is in the house. What's up, good bro? What's up, man? Had some insomnia and decided to go on and showcase a couple different accounts that have helped me get through and impart some wisdom, hopefully. Let's see. The internet has given horrible people unprecedented reach and tools to stalk and harass. It also gave decent people the ability to reach out and grow. Epitome of double-edged sword. Absolutely ace of swords all the way. So yes, and please forgive me. I can't recall where I read this. It's something I'm looking into, and I'll probably make a video about it or talk about when I feel comfortable doing it. That exact thing, the internet giving people tools to stalk and harass, has that and the idea of like selfishness, like only you matter. Like we all matter to each individual. Like you come first. You come first. You've got to be healthy, but you're not trying to be. You're not trying to destroy everybody around you. Like we are all here on this earth together. But there are people out there that don't think in those terms, and it has led to that rise in narcissistic behavior. Like there's a difference between a person having narcissistic traits or behaving narcissistically, and then a person being a narcissist. Anybody can act narcissistic from time to time. It's becoming a problem. I think it also has to do with like dread, like what we talk about in the indie sphere, how they're no longer trying to, right? They're no longer trying to treat mental illness. They're pushing it. That's why we have 100 and whatever genders and these ridiculous debates that could come to a reasonable solution or compromise, but there is a gross unwillingness for compromise because the media, the state, the top, the Illuminati, whatever you want to call it, New World Order, whatever, the rich, the elites, they want to keep us fighting. They want to keep you in perpetual chaos. They want to keep us fighting, keep us distracted, so we don't see the men behind the curtain. Narcissists do this exact thing. They create discord and chaos by constant evaluation and smearing, by lying, building you up for an eventual fall. But they keep everybody around them in this chaos, this fight between each other. So the primary, the secondary, the tertiary, the flying monkeys, the any other toxic person that's wants to get involved, or an innocent person that doesn't know any better, and they're just seeing from the outside looking in and being told a story and they believe it because nobody would lie about that. That is to make sure that nobody sees the narcissist behind the curtain. The one that's just playing the band, that's just this orchestra of negativity and toxicity and lies and chaos and destruction, and everybody's fighting with each other and everybody hates each other and nobody trusts anybody because so many lies have been spread and so much damage has been done. And we've seen it time and time again. So that's what I was talking about earlier. As I've been going through my self-education over the last 8+ months, I got to a point where Mr. Tickle Trunk and this guy in this video I'm going to show in a little bit was saying you don't, and not everybody's a narcissist. So toxic behaviors can be very similar to one another, and I think that there is a lot of narcissistic behavior in your internet trolls and like the far left and the far right extremists. Anybody who wants to sow discord and chaos for either growth or just because it's fun. They're just like an agent of chaos. So that's at least how I see it. I work nice. Glad to see you doing this. Oh, cool, Ben. Well, I'm going through insomnia. So I might do a few of these late night, early morning streams in the future. So totally over. None of this is normal breakup. None of it's a normal. You're right. None of it's a normal breakup. Oh, look at that avatar. Hell, got coffee on it. None of it is normal. None of it is normal. It is the most evil, honest, damn thing. That doesn't make any sense. And that's like the worst part. There's no making sense of it. There's no making sense of it. It's not meant to. Ryan says, I finished penning counties now. Hope all is well, chat. Well, thank you, dude. Appreciate you being here, man. Appreciate you so much. Dr. Evil says, I remember when I got with one, I was with an ex that was always, I remember when I got with the one, I was with the ex and was always crazy and stalking her. I was with the ex. You talking about like the other person that was hoovered? You look, listen. Devaluation, right? So like even it doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter if you're the primary supply to a narcissist, you're still getting clowned. There were so many conversations where I would be in Narc's apartment and she would be clowning the primary. She clowning him because she got him to the point where he was climbing her tree outside her window to see who she was with. Because he and look, I'm gonna try and be nice, right? I'm gonna try to. Like, I don't like this dude at all. I was triangulating with him, but you know, let's just say he's a regular guy, right? Let's just whatever it was that she did between the triangulations and the devaluing and the sleeping around and the promises and the broken this and the fights and the you know how narcissists are. They just start an argument over anything so they can go run off and bang, or you know just to devalue, just to make you feel like trash so they feel superior and they go love bomb somebody else. But she would clown him all the time, talk about his stalking, breaking into her computer, tracking her phone, and she liked it. I honestly think she liked it. That kind of negative stalky attention, and promoted it. And it's given me a whole new perception, right? Because I've heard chicks in the past. Oh my God, he's such a stalker, and I'm like, it's just like kind of a serious word. Like that's just, it's dismissive, almost to me, but it's real. It is real. The stalking is real. And if it's done, and it can be done by the person who's trauma bonded. Absolutely. Absolutely. You're being lied to all the time and you know they're cheating and they're lying and you know they're lying to your face every day after day, night after night. You know it. You're going to get a little crazy. Dr. Evil says when she started with something I knew, I was the crazy ex. Yeah, well, you got set up to be the crazy ex, right? Because that's what she did to the last one. All right, she or he, guys, out there, and ladies, but that's what she did to the last one, and the one before that, and the one before that, and the one before that. A person hit me up on TikTok asking for advice. I talk to very few people because I am not a certified life coach. I would like to be. I'm going to make that a reality, but. Like right now, like I don't like talking too many people one-on-one because I'm not certified and I'm still working it. I'm still working through the whatever I have left in this journey myself. But this guy reached out to me and he was asked me, about the crazy ex thing, and he's being charged. His narcissist has gone so far as to charge him with some serious shit, some serious accusations to devalue him because they have kids, and because he has money and she wants that much. She wants all that money because she's already with the next supply. So he was asking me about that, my advice on it. And I said, look, is there a history? There's always a history. There's a history of broken people behind that person. There's either a history of then those people are broken. And what I mean by broken is they still orbit because they can't get away from it. They're so trauma bonded that they accept that living in that, as like whatever the fuck that broken planet of a thing is. And then you've got people who are dead. And then you've got people who are broken, who never recover. But then you got the survivors and the thrivers out there that have been through it and have become stronger from it. And I explained that to him, and I said, look back at the history. If you want to defend yourself in court, there is a history of broken people behind that awful woman. Find them. And so he says, well, her ex-husband is dead. And I said, the one before him. I said, well, there you go. Now keep going back, keep going further back. Talk to the family. You know, you've got to protect your character from certain allegations that are unfair. You'll always be the crazy ex. You were set up to be the crazy ex. That was part of the manipulation stage. It was the convincing other people that you were the bad person. And then when you act in reactive abuse or you start freaking out, she can point the finger, or he can point the finger, whoever it is, and they go, "Yep, see, I told you. This is what I told you. This is how they are all the time." And when you've gone through the trauma bond, and she's still texting you, she's still calling you, she's still hovering you. You know she's going on your social media. They do those little tricks like and unlike, just to let you know I was here, I'm looking. All those things that they do to keep you bonded. And by the time they've moved on to the next supply, it's during that stage. So they're easily going to run to the next supply and go, "Oh my God, I have to warn you though. I gave everything to this person and they are stalking me and crazy and will not let me go." You're going to get that, bro. It's sick, dude. Dr. Evil says, "I remember I was working. I had lunch one day and we were still together on paper. I walked to her window to hear her getting back." Yay. That's nuts. That is nuts. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to laugh. I get it. And right in front of your face too, man. Right in front of your face. That's how they be. Some of them. That's how some of them are. Whatever it is that gets them a thrill, whatever they have an addiction to the moment, to emotional satisfaction, to instant gratification. So whatever gets them off in that moment. I mean, that's how do people get off on just straight degrading somebody and destroying them as a person? Like, can you imagine the fucking evil that it takes? Like the dismissal of any commonality with any other human being, any other heart, the lack of understanding of what love is or real happiness, just a complete uncaring to the point. I mean, in comparison to instant gratification, addiction. If you are like, I see them around. Some of them still come after me. Some are quiet, some are loud, but the amount of people who get off on seeing you fail or making you feel like shit is why we need to bring back dueling. I mean, no, it's disgusting to me. I don't understand it, but that's just because I'm not made that way. Ryan says, "I put them in a small repurposed." Oh, y'all are talking. I'm sorry. There's a conversation going on between everybody. Dr. Evil says, "Then she ran off with him and she would call me daily crying, blah, until she came back and ended up going to prison." Oh, she went to prison? Karma always happens. So karma happens. Okay, hold on. Yes, absolutely. I was in the same triangulation. It was calling me up or text me. "You were totally right. I caught him cheating," or "You were totally right. He hit me again," or whatever the hell it was. "And I need to come to you to save me. You were right the whole time. I should have given you the chance. You're right. Door number one. Should have went down door number one." Like all the things that I wanted to hear. And then just as easily, within, it could be 2 days, could be 2 weeks, could be 2 months. It was instantly, I have to go back. And an argument would start. Something would happen. And then right back to that person who she just said did these things. But that was, I don't know. Those are the games that are played to devalue you, to make you feel like you're not good enough. The narcissist wants everybody around them fighting for superiority. Everybody's got to be fighting for who's good enough, who's better than who. All right, I'm better than this one. I'm better than that one. This is the problem. Nobody's better than anybody. We're all getting played by this semen demon, or whatever, or what, or dude, or evil dude. Everybody's getting played. by this conductor of an orchestra of evil. That's the point when you got it. That's from the point, like when for me, at least in my healing journey, when I was just, I get it. Ain't nobody better than nobody. I'm not, for the longest time, my justification was I'm the better one. I'm the better guy. I don't hit you. I don't cheat. I don't lie. I support you. I pay your bills. I got your car. All the time, every time I forgive you, every time I'm understanding, every time it's like, okay. And then you sit down and talk to me for hours and hours and hours and tell me why I'm right and the lessons that you have learned and how bad so-and-so is. And then a day and a half later, I'm a piece of shit and you're back blowing that one. That's a sick cycle. That's a sick cycle of destruction. I've heard that story told. Thank God, Dr. Evil. Thank God for people that are doing this content, because I was able to hear the same stories I went through. Okay, I'm not just this freaking one-off, completely miserable, sucker, foolish, gullible, really at heart worthless because I'm so giving person that I deserve to be destroyed like this. Because I got to hear stories like what you just said. Thank you very much for sharing that with me, brother, with us, because I hear stories like that. Right? It's all right. Going forward, Patrick Kennedy. Oh wait, my fault. I want to start one more thing. Sorry, Dr. Evil. Anyway, I just to say you're doing a killer job. I got rid of that scum 2 months ago. Good for you, brother. You're my hero. 2 months in, you're still in the angry stage. You're still in the anger stage, bro. But it's more constructive than depression. Let me know when you come to the forgiveness, when you start the forgiveness phase. I think I'm still in the forgiveness. Like I've said it plenty of times. I forgive us. Maybe I think I'm still holding on to a little bit. But proud of you, man. That's a very rough road. Make sure that you have cut off. No matter where it goes in the future, like some people have kids with narcs, or some people can't avoid them for whatever reason. But in this area right now, no contact. This time, absolutely, you need no contact. Retraining how you're thinking, what you've gone through, your self-worth. It's going to take time. It's going to take time. It's going to take time, Dr. Evil. And there's no shame in that. And you're going to go through highs and lows. And you're going to hit points where you're like, I can do anything. I'm going to get this project done. I'm going to go do, and you start work, and you're working on it for a week, and then out of nowhere, just some trigger happens, some dream happens. You see something that meant everything to you, and absolutely nothing but a tool to employ destruction by someone else, and it'll fuck you up. But you're going to be all right. But you're going to be all right. Because you're going to find your worth again. And understand that you didn't deserve to get put through what you went through. And you didn't deserve to be cheated on. You did not deserve, for your good, loving heart, everything that you did, everything that you put in, every time you forgave, every time you tried to understand, every time you tried to work through it, every time that you tried harder and harder by design, from a nefarious character, harder and harder to prove yourself for a problem to which there is no solution. Not only did you survive, you're going to become stronger. And when you do, then you're going to, then the real games start. Because when you feel powerful again, you might feel invincible. And, hubris will stop growth more often than anything else. Patrick's with us, man. What's up, Patrick? Kennedy said, I've been following for a while from England. Hail to you across the pond. I hope you're not like Ryan. Ryan's Brit. He be talking shit about my country, about my flag. That's good to see you, Patrick. The gym, absolutely. Yeah, get your health right. Headphones on in your own space mentally, and then you put your body under stress, not the narc, and see the results. Exactly. They retrain. Got to retrain who you are. Retrain your body. Retrain your mind. Thank you, Patrick. Absolutely. Get yourself in shape. Your body is held onto every toxin that it could, just in case it needs an emergency release of, oh my God, what the fuck is this person going to do now? It's what it is. It's chemical addiction. So retrain your body, retrain your body, retrain your mind. Dr. Evil says, you have nailed everything I've been through so far. I'm glad I found you. Hell, brother, I'm glad I could be here for you. That makes my heart glad, dude. That makes my heart real glad. Thank you so much for your support, and I'll be here. I'll be here with you. I'll say you're not too far behind me, so I'll impart what I'm going through to you, and we'll help. And then together, when we've gotten through this, we're going to help others, because nobody should be alone going through this. You know that. Nobody should be alone going through this. We're already made to feel alone. Nobody fucking respects us. Nobody likes us. Nobody, friends, family. What the fuck is this idiot doing? Can't they see this person's trash? Can't they see what this person's saying? Can't they see what that person's? What the hell is that person? What are you thinking? Well, my loved one, what are you thinking? You must be an idiot. I can't deal with you, idiot. You're stupid. I can't fucking deal with you no more. Why are you acting wreck? This is just a breakup. Why are you acting wreck? That doesn't make any sense. Why are you saying what you're saying? Why can't you just get over it? Oh, I told you so. I mean, I told you so. I told you so. I told you so. You got to get away from everybody. The narcissist sets you up to be alone, to make you feel alone, to make you feel devalued, to make you feel like you had nobody, that you weren't worth nothing, that you were always second best to somebody else, that no matter what you did and what energy you put into it, it wasn't going to mean shit. But I love you. And then after you get over that and you're fucking ghosted and they're off doing that fucking game to somebody else, then you can't even go back to your friends and family. Because the last thing you need to be told after going through years of you're an idiot is for everybody else that you love to tell you you're an idiot. You already know that. My brother, we're going to be here to help other people. That is our job now. We're going to get through this, couple of tanks, Dr. Evil, and then we're going to help other people, brother. We're going to do it together. Let's see. I want to catch up with anybody else that might be in the chat real quick. What's Tim Talk was in the chat? What's up, Tim? Tim's a good person in this community. If we could share a link after Tim's channel, I would greatly appreciate that. Yeah, I understand. Covert all the time. Nothing but a victim. They ain't do shit wrong. Ain't do shit wrong. Last time I talked to Narc, I said, last time, it don't matter. Never mind. Dr. Eva said, when I met her, I just said, go out. Wait. When I met her, I had just got out from a horrible divorce. They get you when you're low. And we'll talk. We're going to talk in private about this, because there are certain conditions, like those of us who have been through childhood abuse, we're more susceptible. People with BPD, borderline disorder, very, very susceptible. Anyone with any type of abandonment issues or codependency is vulnerable. And I had both. So we'll talk in private, brother. Let's see. Tim is here. Thank you, Tim. Appreciate you being here. All right, I want to go find this brother that I was watching earlier, because I've been talking about it for an hour. Where is it? Thank you, guys. I appreciate you being here. Did not think I was going to get audience today or this evening, but I'm very thankful for it. I have this thing. I have to keep talking. I don't like silence on a live stream. I don't know what it is. I feel like I'm not doing my job. So I just keep talking. So, oh my God, bitch. This is killing me right now. TikTok, you're killing me right now. Oh my Lord. Please log in. Why are you giving me questions? There's this music going on in the background that I do not want to hear. It is really bad. Please stop. And I can't stop because I'm in the login screen. Oh, thank you. Jesus. Okay. All right. Now let's see. View profile. I guess I can share this. I guess I can share this. I can't share Instagram because there's hose on it. I can share my TikTok. By the way, thank you to everyone who has helped to get me to my seat keeps going down on its own. No short jokes. Thank you to everybody who has helped me to get to 11.5 followers. I'm almost at 100,000 likes. Very proud of that. I have been experimenting back and forth with different types of videos. Just because I got a lot of growth on them angry ones, and I've been trying to summon that anger again, but I'm just really not that angry anymore. So I've been trying comedy, other things, but I'm doing my best. I promise. Look, it is guaranteed. Listen, it is guaranteed. It is in the DNA of the universe. It is written on YouTube. At some point, Walton will bug the fuck out. So trust me, I will get back to. I will snap at some point. Just believe me. All right, let's see. Do it. It was on This Brothers, but this is not the video I wanted to bring up. Here it is.
Dating after.
All right. Here's some real talk shit. I'm gonna go off cam just for a moment. What are you doing? Oh, yeah, stop. What are you doing? Stop it. I'm not kidding. It keeps slipping. All right. Real talk.
Dating after a narcissistic relationship is tough. It's kind of like you don't even have the energy to get to know anybody new. And you don't even want to be bothered with anyone because you sort of lose your trust in people. And getting to know somebody new is draining. And low-key, you're so traumatized that you start thinking that everyone that you get to know is a narcissist as well. And you're just scared to get close to people again. And you're afraid to let your guard down. And that's why it's important for us to heal so we don't self-sabotage when something new does come. And honestly, when you're healing, you don't even want nobody to touch you. And honestly, you don't even want nobody around you until you feel like yourself again and until you feel fully healed. And sometimes that shit takes months or even years. It's like you're trying to heal a million different things. You're trying to get back on balance. You're trying to regain your confidence and your self-esteem back. And trying to date while you're trying to heal from a narcissistic relationship is just exhausting. One thing that I did after me and my ex broke up was I went celibate or abstinent, whatever you want to call it.
I gotta stop it there. I'm trying to get some punani. I can't do that. I can't do it. I'm sorry. There was a vibe there, and I can't.
I made a promise to myself that I wouldn't go sleep around just so I can get over my last situation. I felt like the younger and immature side of me would have gone and slept with other people to get over my last situation. But I've grown over the years, and I realized that's not the healthiest way for you to heal.
All right, my man called me out like right after I snapped. So I'm going to shut up. Now I'm going to shut up. We're going to keep going.
And I feel like it's so easy to go sleep with somebody new to try and get over your narcissistic relationship. But in reality, it does nothing but make you feel more emptier inside. And not saying that I'm not tempted to go sleep with other people, because I am tempted some days. But then I have to come back to my senses and realize that it's not worth it. And it's very tough. And not saying that I won't date or go meet new people as well, because I'm not opposed to it. But I'm not going out and looking for it. But if it comes to me, then that's different. But at this current moment, I'm focused on my healing journey. And if someone comes along and grabs my attention, then we'll see. But I'm really trying to heal properly at the moment, though.
God, I can't wait to hit that level of Zen. Oh, my Lord. I just discovered, what is it? T.S. Swain TV? Swain TV? I just discovered him not too long ago, did a duet with him over on TikTok. And I think like this brother's ahead of me. I think he's a few months ahead of me, maybe like 6 months. I don't know. But I've been enjoying his content. Very, very important what he said earlier. He's got a whole series of videos Dr. Evil, if you have a TikTok, go over there, check him out, man, because check out that series. Because it goes through all the stages that we have been through and that we're going to go through. Not jumping into the next thing is very important. So I think that there's like things that we should look at when we go through. Have a good day, Nate. Yeah, brother. I think there are oh damn it, I lost my train of thought. When we look at what we've been through with a narcissist and how their warped worldview, right? So a narcissist is a person who went through traumatic childhood experience, and because of that traumatic experience, they needed an escape, right? And we all kind of done that, right? We all use our imagination. We all escape from things that when we need to get away. But the trauma that's created in that victim of a child stunts them, and they create this shell around them, and this shell is their worldview. It's like a funhouse mirror. It's around them, where everything is distorted. Everything is their reality. Everything is the lie that they need to create in order to be the person that they are and protect themselves, protect that inner child. And at some point, if you don't go to therapy or you don't resolve those issues, or, I think that is when it becomes full-blown NPD. Like that's my thoughts on it. And once you get there, you see how that person who lives in their own reality, does not take accountability, will change worldview, basically to consuming others in order to feel control over themselves, that lack of control that they feel inside, which is why they exert control over others. It's why they also can't fathom or cannot allow themselves to fathom that someone is what real love is, what real friendship is, what sacrifice for love is. They don't understand these things. And so they have to devalue it. They have to devalue it to protect their obscure worldview that's built upon the illusion that they are in control, because they have not faced the problems within them. They do not have face those insecurities, so they have a lack of control. They're very emotionally reactive. I make fun of it and I say they're emotionally retarded, and it's they're emotionally reactive. They're stunted. They're grown children. And if a person real quick though, I just want to say that if a person wants to change, they absolutely can. I can't think of his name right now, but I follow a person with NPD on Instagram and TikTok, which gives me a lot of good insights, because he's going to psychotherapy and he talks about these things like from that point of view, from a narcissist point of view. I'm also reading a book that was written by a narcissist about narcissism. So you can, there is hope. I can't say there's no hope for anybody. I really can't. I know I talk a lot about demons and contracts with the devil, that these people got contracts with the devil they don't fulfill. Like all that's true when you're living in toxicity. If you're not destroying someone else, you're going to suffer your karma and destroy yourself, or your karma is going to destroy you. But in reality, a person can only change if they want to, if they can help themselves, if they choose to help themselves. But at some point in the development of a person's life that has NPD, they didn't choose that, and instead choose to reinforce the illusion, the bubble, the obscures reality around them that is constructed of the lies that are necessary in order to protect themselves and their worldview. You look at the behaviors in that person, and they will point the finger, and they will proclaim someone, as they will smear someone. They will proclaim whatever they need to proclaim about someone else, whether it's in secret or in public or direct, in order to protect themselves and their feeling, their uncontrolled feelings. If we do not heal our emotional centers, if we do not reclaim or grow upon our emotional maturity, we will fall into those exact same habits where we are pointing the finger at anybody that we need to, that even displays, even whether it's an actual display of the trait, or it is how you perceive it, something that relates to the abuse you suffered or went through. It'll become too easy for you to point the finger at that person and say that person is a this, or that person's a narc, or this person's a whatever. That is a toxic behavior. it's not fair. Like, as abuse victims, it's not fair what we went through. All right. It's not fair. And it's not fair what trauma that narcissist had suffered in their childhood, whatever it was, however they were conditioned or scared the shit out of, or misused or mistreated to be the way, to have to protect that inner child. They're a victim too. It's not fair what happened to them. As we grow as human beings, it is up to us to decide how we act and how we interact. And the difference in if as victims of this type of abuse, you look at the example of the abuser and what they did and how they acted. Everything is immediate gratification. Everything is about them. Everything reinforcement of the lie. Everything's about manipulation for gain, setting up a person unknowingly with booby traps, so that when you are ready, you can make that person fall into this trap and web of lies and projections by pushing them that far. Like these is not how to be. This is not how to be. These are the types of actions that cause the damage that we went through. That's not what we want to be. We need to lead the way. Really, it's up to us. So to me, like Dr. Evil, it's up to all of us abuse survivors out there. It's up to us to learn, grow, increase our emotional maturity, our experience, our wisdom, our ability to respond, not react, so that we don't display those behaviors, and so that we can lead the way for others who are going through it, who's going to need that help, because it's hard as shit what we went through. It's damn well that there is a point, or there was a point, where you could choose to be the narcissist. Dr. Eva, I don't know if you hit that point. I hit a point where I began to fight back. And instead of fighting back from a position of she'll eventually take me back, or she'll eventually learn, or there's still hope, or there's no hope. This is full on. I'm going to win. And I enacted in certain things that were calculated, that worked amazingly, using the truth, using fact, reason, logic, and evidence. I got to a point where the fighting back against my abusers came to a point where if I continue on, I'll be just as bad as they are. And I decided to stop. It's so important every time that you're fighting, guys. Every time you are fighting for yourself, every time you go through one of those nights where you, for some reason, wonder why you weren't good enough. Where is this person? Why would they do this? How in the hell could anyone be like this to me? I gave them everything. I know I did. I did everything I could. When you're going through those nights and then you come to the eventual anger that's going to result, to be able to have control over that anger, it's hard to do. You have a right to be angry. You have a right to feel that hate. That person hated you. They didn't love you. That was all lies and illusion and manipulation just to tear you down, just to get what they could, make themselves feel better about what they wanted in that moment. And they didn't care who it was, what bed it was, what chat group, what. It doesn't matter. It had nothing to do with love. And so you're going to want to react and fight back. You were. When you were talking shit, when you were trying to tell people what was going on, when you were just so insanely angry about it that you could not emote correctly or clearly with distinction the level of harm that you have been subjected to. And instead, it is a fury of FUs and fuck this, whatever. Emotional control is so very important. Narcissists trained you to live in fight or flight, to train you to be one extreme or the other. Your whole body's out of whack. Patrick was right earlier. You gotta go get work out, go to a gym, take a walk, do something. You gotta retrain how you're eating, what you're drinking. You gotta everything. You gotta recorrect your entire system. It's a lot of work for somebody who cared as much as they did, loved, gave everything, forgave, took hits, devalued themselves every time they forgave through understanding, because, honey, I understand what that person did to you. I understand what you went through in childhood. I'm going to be the difference. I'm going to be the one. I'm going to prove myself and be here for you and do what needs to be done in order to help you and give you the time to grow and continue to learn and heal those past wounds. And that didn't mean anything. It is so important to learn to control your emotions and to control your reactions. Your response can be something or nothing. And more oftentimes than not, nothing is the better way to go. A narcissist thrives on attention. They thrive on negativity. They thrive on destruction and chaos. It does not matter. It really doesn't matter. There's certain truths they don't want put out there that you can put out there. And of course, their worldview needs to be the same. And if you manage to crack that worldview and show everyone who they are, yes, they will run. But at the end of the day, that's just more negative fuel. So as much as you want to fight back, as much as you want to talk shit, as much as you want to get out there, the only thing that you should really do is tell the truth. If you need to, confront it. No, that's a lie. This is what happened. Or don't say anything at all until you're ready. You do not want to become the enemy. Their job was to spread their poison into you. That was their job. I talk about this before many times. They have a contract with the devil. And if they are not destroying somebody else, then they are not fulfilling that contract, and the devil is going to go after them instead of giving them the toxic blessings that they so crave. The karma is going to come for them. It is not up to you to help them learn. It is not up to you to help them to grow. And yeah, there is going to come a point where you just got to say, I forgive you. And it ain't for them, it's for you. It's holding on to hate is like drinking poison and expecting the other person to die. And that's exactly what they wanted in the first place. I was watching a video the other day about the ultimate goal of a narcissist is to get you to off yourself. I believe that wholeheartedly. I was subject to a campaign about it. Anger will get you through instead of depression. Absolutely. And you have a right to be angry. But if you don't control that, if you don't learn to control it, if you don't eventually put a lid on it, transmute it into something else, which is the most healthy thing to do, then there is a strong possibility you will become them. I stood at that precipice. One of the main supply told me straight up, if you continue to clown me, I am going to start beating her up. She can send you pictures. Now, I'm going to tell you this. I was tempted. I had shit in the hopper, guys. I had T-shirts ready. I'm dead serious. Changed them just enough so, but they wouldn't know. Everybody wouldn't know who it was. I was going all in. Full on nuclear war. I read that message and I said to myself, you do this. Every beating she may have or may not have taken up until that point was not your fault. After this, it's all your fault. Was my need for revenge greater than my need to continue the principles that I've always advocated for? No. And I'm not saying who deserved what, but I didn't deserve that. So I stopped. Some of you guys might get to that point. You might get to that point because I'm going to do a series about how to fight. You can absolutely fight a narcissist. You can absolutely. You got to be ready for it. You got trained for it. You got to be ready for it. You have to prepare because you can't just go outright fighting a narcissist right after you just came out of it. You're going to lose. They already been training you. You're a marionette. They already got every hook in you that you done, every trigger, every fucking emotional reaction they can get out of you. They've already got 10 different people around you that y'all talk to all the time and have to for years. Already. The first moment that you go wreck, they're going to go, oh my God, she or he was right. The victim is the abuser. But you gotta make that choice at some point. I don't know why I'm going so hard into this. I guess it's because I've had to struggle with this myself. Healing is my son. Healing is similar and different for all of us, depending on what we went through and who we are, how we developed, our childhoods, how put together we are. Some of us have a few screws loose. But one thing should always be for certain, no matter what it is. We cannot become the people who hurt us, because their job as I see it, as a negative force, is to spread negativity and misery, is to create more goblins that are going to go out there and hurt other people just because their fifis are in jeopardy. And that's not how to act. That's not how to live. That's not how to be. We're better than that. We have to be better than that. Look at what we went through. If we're not better than that after everything that we went through, then we deserve what we went through. That's how I see it. I'm going to go back to the chat real quick. Let's see. Yeah, so please, oh, by the way, please check out TS Wayne TV. I appreciate him. Okay. All right. Ryan says, together we'll make pop culture great again. Slaying narcissists forever, man. Yeah. Narcissist slayer. Narcissist slayer. Oh my God, Ryan. I can get a little aggressive. I have entire intros that I've never played. Awareness. I'm going to change the channel name at some point because I don't know if slayer is the right word, but definitely awareness. Definitely helping people to be aware that there is something going on that most people are just don't understand. And it's methodically evil. And it really makes me look at a lot of things differently. Dr. Evil says, I'm going to start streaming again. Are you going to start? Oh, you do video games? You're a YouTuber? Dr. Evil, hit me up, bro. Hit me up. I'm a YouTuber too. I have 2 channels. And I know a lot of guys. Gaming, see, there's a really big thing right now. There's quite a few people in the indie sphere that have moved to more so just gaming. Mm-hmm. And my son's texting the shit out of me. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. I think we're good. Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know what's going on with the boy, but I'm gonna have to go deal with it. Look, hit me up, dude. I know networks of people I can plug you in. Just be careful. It's almost 6 a.m. in Florida. That's right. I got to head out of here soon. I got to go. I got a store to go and build. Dr. Evil says, I deleted my TikTok. I deleted everything. And one day I was at work and someone popped up in my Facebook suggesting, listen, yeah. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, of course she laughed. Evil. They evil. Uh, um, so yeah, it was always some ex coming back or some new person was there with her. Yeah, yeah. It was all her male friend. Yeah, she banging everybody. I understand. If she's a female narc, she sleep every dude she around. She fucking. She's either been, isn't right now because she's devaluing. She's holding back from because she needs something in the future, or she's doing it, or she's about to do it. Absolutely, do not trust. It is a very rare case. Let me put it this way, instead of making a blanket statement. It's a very, 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 very rare case that you have a woman around a bunch of dudes and she ain't banging half of them or all of them in the case of a narcissist. Yeah, I understand. It was last time she messaged me right when I got this new job in November and then immediately started draining me. I only messaged back because she had to bury her cat. Yeah, because you cared. See that? So you had something she wanted. You had something to offer. She knew she could get it from you. Money. I mean, that's what. Well, I think male narcs do this too, from some of the videos I've seen. But I mean, from my experience, from my limited experience, let me say, yeah, I understand what you mean. You had something. Let's go back to the basic. You had something that she wanted, and then she needed somebody to care for a minute. Narcissists will use death and other functions like that if they deal with grief to get back in your life, because that shows that you care. It also attaches you to depression. It also, while you're attached to depression, while you're like still, wanting her, yearning or whatever feelings you're going through, you're also dealing with like the burial or the death. All right, so that's somber, and you're also in a position where you have to care for, like you have feel bad for, it's sick. I wonder if they do. I don't think they're all out there researching. All right, so it's like this is instinctive for them. It's an instinctive move to keep you trained mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Especially if you're sleeping with them. Guys, listen. The exchange of sacred energies is important. It really is. If you are with a demonic succubus and you are giving it your energy, you are getting toxicity in return. You are only feeding a demon. And you're entangling your energies with them. You're creating psychic connection. It's on every level. It's insidious. I'll do members. I'm going to do some members videos on that topic when we get the channel monetized. Yeah, I had turned to a full blown drunk for a bit and would do anything. Yeah, I didn't turn to alcohol. I turned to my old friend depression, and that's what I did, because I don't drink or I don't smoke or do drugs or anything like that. And I'm happy. That's a happy time. Thankfully I've always been able to maintain that, but I get it. Yeah. Immobile. I was immobile. I don't even to the point, like I said, I'm still going through it. Like I'm in the isolationist, I guess it's an isolationist phase at this time. I don't even want to live stream. I don't have the gumption to get up and live stream, but then I'm up here and it's natural. I really enjoy doing it. They say they want that so they can deny everything. I have receipts on my Cash App I gave to that I gave all those to her parents and told them she's made an enemy. Yeah, bro, I feel you. I understand. I got put on Adderall. Now I feel 10 times better. Good. Not manic anymore. Not feeling crazy from whatever she made me feel. Yeah, manic. Mania. So that was. I'm not sure if that was specific to my situation or not. I'm gonna smoke. I'm sorry, I can't. But yeah, mania is something that seems to like be a tool of the narcissist against you. I don't know if they generate that or if that gets created through the trauma as you begin to experience that and you get stuck in fight or flight. I have a mania like Nats. I think through my family, manic depression. There's a lot of manic depression in my family, but I also use mania in my ritual prayer work and psychic work. There is something to be said for a mind that just keeps running a script over for even if you can do it for like an hour. It imprints your will upon thing. It creates manifestation. Put it that way. It creates manifestation. But it was used against me. Narc-X and apparently the primary Narc-X would always joke, like make fun of this guy. She was always making fun of this guy. It's God. And now that I think about it, and I don't. That's a shame. But she would always make fun of this guy, and he was very manic, and he would like rock in his room and then I guess say things or whatever, or she would whip him up into a point of what like she would do to me, just complete devaluation, complete lack of self-worth. But like he had that too. So I don't know if that's something. I wonder if that is a susceptible trait, a trait that makes a person susceptible to narcissistic abuse. I don't know. Dude, don't vent. Don't be sorry. That's what we're here to do. See? That's right. I says, yeah, 2 of her exes died from overdose in the last 6 months. So her cat, yeah, she told me that. Time to contenders were down. Whew, 2 of her exes. I mean, man, that's a lot of death. It's a lot. You're dealing with a. I gotta go spiritual for y'all for a minute. I'm sorry. I gotta do. I just gotta come at this angle. So you've got this person who generates negativity. They're a black hole. They're a symbiote. They don't create. They assimilate. They absorb. And distribute darkness and distribute destruction as payment. You feed this black hole and then it spurts out chaos, destruction, depression, self-loathing, toxic behavior in every direction. But it's operating in negativity. So you've got a person like that who's operating in negativity. They're used to that. It is much in the same way that I have seen mages. Oh God. Dark witches who operate in negative spheres, who are like warlocks, like those types of people. They exist in it, right? So and so it doesn't. It's a part of their matrix. So for a narcissist, that's just a part of who they are, and that doesn't mean it makes them feel any better. It just what that means is, as they are spreading out negativity, as they are putting out negative energies and devaluing and absorbing anything good around them, they are creating broken planets within their orbit, and that negativity attracts other does attract other vibrations, other negative people. They're leeches, so they seek out something that's stronger in order to absorb. But eventually, you've got this black hole that's surrounded by broken planets, and it just becomes a hailstorm eventually of negativity that can hit anybody or anything, and attracts other groups of negative people and attracts other negative, and then they just all live in this darkness, so like when you hear events, like negative events that happen around them, it's not necessarily them, but it's around them. And that's just, to me, it's another example of like attracts like. Dr. Evil says, but yeah, I tried to get rid of her before Valentine's. She was like, "You're breaking up with me over him dying." And I was like, "No, it's what you said." God, Valentine's Day. That was a rough one for me. That was one of mine's favorites. Valentine's Day. Let me devalue Steve on this day. That and birthdays. That birthday, Christmas, and New Year's. God, yeah, all those. Oh yeah, all those. Narcissists will pick out specific times because those events will come around in the year. And if they happen to be thinking about you, because they're really in the moment, but they happen to be thinking about the past and thinking about you, then they're going to get off on, the devaluation. But they know because of how they naturally train you, that when that time of year comes around, you're going to have to fight the impulse to think about that negative experience. It's pretty sick and insidious. Oh, what is up, Becky? How you doing, sweetheart? Thank you so much for being here. I actually got a dip. I want to keep talking to y'all, but I actually got to dip because I have work. It's been fun seeing you. Thank you very much to everybody who's watching this later. Please leave a comment, share out the link. If you're watching, just keep watching it. I hope you watch the whole thing. Trying to get those watch hours up. So I will be doing a few more live streams. I want to force myself to do it. Get back on YouTube. Do what I have to do. Damn it. Even though it's triggering a little bit, but like I said earlier, I was dealing with insomnia. I decided to just go live, and this is normally something that I shy away from because of it can be another trigger for me. Another reminder. But once I get on, I start talking to you guys. I feel great. Start seeing you on the chat. I greatly appreciate you. Every damn last one of you. Every person that's watching this later. Thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being not just a subscriber, but being a friend. Thank you for being a fellow survivor who's lending strength to me and lending strength to each other. It's so very important. We know what we went through. It's difficult for other people to understand what we went through because it's freaking evil and insane. And it's out of a freaking horror novel. It's like this only happens in the movies. But we went through it, and I greatly appreciate you being here and knowing that you understand when I say something that might be in a regular conversation unbelievable. You're like, yeah, I get it. I went through that too. So be good to yourselves, be good to each other, and suffer no fools.